Alright, we're going to do a transmission fluid change on 95 Civic. And dogs are kind of excited, so if you hear any background noise, it's him. Storm. Or her, I mean. And then this guy's just running around there. Anyhow, so key to this is preparation. Hopefully I thought of everything. We'll just start right into it. So make sure you get your hydraulic fluid ready to go. You want to have a crush washer. They're kind of expensive at the Civic store. Just get a 18 millimeter aluminum crush washer, and hopefully the dealer will cut your brake. My dealer only charged me $1.80 or something like that, and they're usually like $3. Anyway, so what I'm looking for down here is, first thing you want to do is get your dipstick out. Pop that out. This is for your transmission fluid. Transmission fluid's kind of can eat your paint and stuff like that, so try not to get it on anything. I'm gonna need to get a funnel. Hopefully you can see down here. That's where I'm gonna put the funnel there. But first I'm gonna drain it, and so here's my tools. The torque specs on the drain bolt is gonna be 29. I'm just gonna do it to 30 foot-pounds, and I'm using a 1/2 inch ratchet, but it should be a 3/8 down there. So next I'm gonna go down there and find that drain plug. I'm gonna pause the camera while I found it. Our car's already jacked up. One thing you do want to do is you're supposed to warm your car up, get it to operating temperature, and then do this on level ground. Luckily I already have my wheels off. You don't have to take your wheels off, but it makes it easier because there's the drain plug right there. And it's just again 3/8, so I'm just gonna stick a ratchet on there. And alright, so I got my ratchet on there, and all I'm gonna do now is break it loose. And I'm kind of in an awkward position, so I'll probably have to I'm gonna have to pause the camera because I can't do this with my left hand. Okay, man, that took me, whoops, started to drip down there. Finally got it off. What happened is, if you're watching any of my videos, I'm a strong proponent of looking up your specs, torque specs, and that's a reason why right there is I had to get a extension and a 1/2 inch drive. This is only a 3/8 socket. Oh, and that's probably why. Shoot, hope they didn't goof this up. They didn't put a crush washer on, so I guess their solution, or did they tighten it down so tight? They may have tightened it so tight that the crush washer's fused on there. You can see the metal filings on this transmission. This is a magnet on the end of this. Anyhow, it took, had to hit it with WD-40 and then get a 1/2 inch drive and then use a extension or cheater bar on top of that, and finally broke it loose. It took me quite a while actually because I couldn't find my cheater bar. And so I'm going to clean up that plug, and I don't know if they torqued it down so tight that they super smashed the aluminum washer, which it kind of looks like. I'm hoping that's what they did. And if they didn't, they may have torqued it on so tight because they didn't too lazy to go get an aluminum washer. Anyways, so that's where I'm at, just letting that drain out, and then I'll put it back together. I'm going to clean the filings off the magnet there, and then put it back in. Yeah, I just want to show you, this is what the crush washer is supposed to look like. This is the one I got off there. I don't know. You can see I had to use a pair of channel locks and put the darn the plug in a breaker bar and unscrew that. So whoever did this and it didn't know what they're doing, they just like way overtook. The only thing I can think of is they didn't want to pay the $3 for this, and they wanted to reuse it and they weren't sure, so they just reefed it on. I have no idea. See, I wasn't the one that did this last, but anyhow, again, this is only, I'm gonna do it to 30, which is a little bit, 1 pound over torque. That was like it was on there like 100 foot-pounds or something. Anyhow, so it's technically 29, but I'm going to do it to 30. So all I got to do is put this back in, put the plug in, and torque it on. Okay, I want to try to get a shot of me torquing this on. I think my next investment is going to be in a ratcheting 1/2 inch brake bar and ratcheting 3/8 torque wrench. So Hopefully it's showing up on camera. So it's only supposed to be 30. So that's, there you go, that's about 30 right there. So I just started out that from loose. So that's how tight that thing's supposed to be. So again, don't be like reefing these things down, because this is all aluminum and you don't want to strip this stuff out. And it doesn't need to be so tight that you need a 1/2 inch breaker bar with an extension on it to break it loose. So next we got to put some oil back in. Okay, all I did is got a long funnel and I stuck it down the tube where I got this guy out of here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably do it from this side, put 2 quarts of transmission fluid in it. Recently Honda changed, they discontinued the original, I think it was called like a FTZ1 or something like that, and now they're using this DW1. But you definitely want to use Honda fluid. Unfortunately, this stuff's pretty expensive. It's about $7 a quart, and your car's gonna hold 3 quarts. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. Ooh, that's a lot. You're gonna put 3 of these in there. So what I'd like to do is I'm gonna put 2 in, and then start measuring as I do my 3rd one, so I don't overfill it. It's really important you don't overfill a transmission or underfill it. And so that's what I'm going to do there. I'm going to pause the video. You don't want to sit there and watch me pouring quarts of oil. Okay, I finished it off. Basically I took all 3 of my quarts, and so I put in like 2 1/2 of the 3rd one. Then I took the funnel out and stuck in the dipstick in there, and then I pulled it out and checked it, and could see it's going to need the rest of it, so I dumped the rest of it in. And so that's pretty much it. I'm getting ready to start it up and check it for leaks. Well, unfortunately my battery's dead, so I gotta jump it up, but it's I know it's gonna work. So that's pretty much all you gotta do. It's kind of like a oil change, except it's actually a little bit easier. It's easier to get, you don't have to change a filter. You could probably do it on the ground if you just turn your wheels and get to that drain plug, as long as somebody didn't reef it on really tight. And then you just pour your oil through the dipstick. And this is for automatic, so manual is going to be different. I don't know, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below.